Yo boys, back on another video. Today we're going to be doing a Outlaw Rogue guide that I haven't thought of doing, but it seems a lot of you guys want to know. So we're going to be doing that video. Now, haven't really played on my account much, so I don't actually have the gear for it. The gear will be down below. I'll have not only the build, but the a few armories that you guys can check out and see which ones you guys want to pick. But first we're going to start with the add-ons. First, it's going to be Ability Team Tracker, which is going to track your team's abilities. A lot of people, for example, Crusader, he does not run Ability Team Tracker or Omni CD, so he cannot track his team's abilities. So sometimes he's like, okay, does this guy have somebody? And I'll notice that it's a real downfall to not have that because not knowing your own team's cooldowns is the worst thing, especially as a healer. So that is a super good thing to know. You know, having ability team tracker or omni CD, just being able to track your own your not just your CDs but everyone's is a really powerful thing. The next we have is big debuffs, which basically shows the CC on top of their head. As you can see, it basically will do this, but for every other ability, you'll know when they click something and stuff like that. It will basically show up on that a bigger version. Damage meter. Damage meter is obviously everyone has this already, but having damage meter is not only good for you, but for seeing, you know, if you're facing another outlaw rogue, you might be able to see if he's running a different build, if he does more damage, or just a number of different situations. Nameplate cooldowns, when you look over somebody's head and you see there are cooldowns on my videos, that is nameplate cooldowns. We have Omni Bar. I usually use this when I'm healing. I usually, you know, show kicks and stuff because if I'm healing, I don't have time to look above their head. As a melee, you don't really have to worry about it so much. You can put like coil and stuff on it if you want, but usually I do it for casting, but it's still helpful. It just depends on which one you prefer. We have Omni CD, basically shows the cooldowns. You can basically go in here and, you know, literally go through this, see what you want to, you know, go through. And as you can see, I can go through here. It'll tell me everything. You know, I can pretty much put whatever I want on this. And you can put major abilities, and that's pretty much all there is to it. You can go through these, and it'll show up what cooldowns you want to be able to track. The next one we have is going to be S Arena 2 by Sammers. I will show my settings for it real quick if you want it to look like mine, as you can see here. Um, You can move it a little bit or do what you want with it as you please, but I will show you it right now. So when you download this add-on, go to here, go to Xvic, and then just copy what I have, and past that you can kind of just do what you want. So you can pause the video and just copy it. But I'll go through this real quick. And it looks like we're about done with that. And then we have Trophy GCD, which basically shows the cooldowns I use at the bottom here. And that's really all there is to it for that. Next is going to be the talents. I'm running the Fate-bound build. I'm pretty sure there may be another build, but I see most people running this. But you can really decide which one you want to run. Mainly, I think everyone's running the Fate-bound build. And the best racial, I would say, is going to be Night Elf for Rogue in general, just because you got that Night Elf racial for an extra vanish in case you need it. And, you know, having that extra 6-second subterfuge and being able to cheap shot is like a valuable thing. So, you know, that's not a bad thing at all. Um, so for the PP talents, we have Turn the Tables. This is basically a must, only because you're having permanent 10% increased damage, which is really needed as Outlaw Rogue, because Outlaw Rogue feels really weak off its burst, and even on its burst, it does okay, but compared to other classes, it's not as strong, so having this being, you know, you're going to be getting stunned a lot, so you'll pretty much have 10% increase uptime the entire game, so it's pretty insane. And during the Brawler, it's basically you're getting a one it stacks up to 15 times or stacks, so you're getting 15% chance for Sinister Strike to hit an additional time, and you're pretty much just able to have double attack, which is giving you more rolls, which is giving you more damage, which is giving you more opportunities and that's really all it comes down to is opportunities. So um, that's why I always use that one as well. And then we have dismantle. Now there's a few others you can pick with this one. If you don't have anything to disarm and you're facing like a caster, take your cut is actually really good. You're getting extra haste, and having an extra haste isn't bad by no means. So you might as well, take it. So that's pretty much that. If you're facing an assassination rogue or a feral druid, Veil of the Midnight's also a viable thing, but usually it's either disarm, Veil of the Midnight, or take your cut. Control is king. You kind of don't need it. You already have Thistle Tea, and with, take your cuts is going to be better, more efficient than Control is king. But normally it's going to look like this, and that's pretty much that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your burst rotation, it really isn't that difficult. But usually on your burst, right when you got out the doors of the arena, you're gonna immediately adrenaline rush, roll the bones, and then grapple over, sap the healer, and you're kind of just fishing for procs. Now, I usually like to use my killing spree on my burst pretty much early, so pretty much once I cheap shot and I have everything rolling, I'm gonna be using killing spree immediately, and then off that, you can use Thistle Tea on top of it. You're kind of just fishing for procs. That's really all it comes down to. You get the cheap shot after you get your burst rolling. Cheap shot, you can Ghostly Strike, Thistle Tea. Off that, you're just ambushing. Off that, you can Killing Spree, and then you're just fishing for procs. All you're going to do is you're going for Between the Eyes, pretty much off CD, and then you're doing your pistol shots off CD as well, but it needs to be proc. So all this needs to be proc in order for you to hit it. Now, usually Between the Odds, you can kind of just hit off CD as long as it's at a good spot. If you can get it above four combo points, it's pretty much, go for it. Usually Blade Fury is going to be up 24/7. Now, if everyone's stacked, it's like the greatest time to use it. But if it's only one person, you don't necessarily need to use it because it can break a lot of CC. So like if you can hit two people at the same time that are DPS, it's great. But like you don't really want to be using it on a healer because you're going to be trying to CC the healer. So, if anybody has any cancel macros for Blade Fury, let me know because you might need it, especially if you're trying to go for CC. Being able to just immediately stop it. I know Naj uses it, but I don't know the actual cancel macro to it. But if I find it, I'll put it in the description. But pretty much your opening with your adrenaline, you're gonna roll the bones, immediately sap the healer, and then you're just gonna cheap shot, and you're just going to ambush into a killing spree, and all of that, you're just fishing for procs and Between the Eyes immediately. And I'll show you kind of just a heads up. So, adrenaline rush, roll the bones, cheap shot, deadly strike, Between the Eyes, ambush, killing spree. Off that, we're just gonna fish for procs. So, as the procs go up, as you can see, Between the Eyes is up again. We're just fishing for more procs. We can roll the bones again. We can pistol shot, dispatch, pistol shot, dispatch, and you're just hitting procs, and this is really all it comes down to. Again, it's not a very hard thing to do, especially since, you're kind of just PvEing. Blade Fury if you want. We have our killing spree back, we can hit that. And again, this is really just all it comes down to, is you're just Between the Eyes off CD, Blade Fury off CD. You can use Thistle Tea when you would like, just to keep up that extra mastery from it. Roll the bones again. And this is really all there is to it. You're just, again, fishing for procs. Use your burst off CD. Thistle Tea again. Between the Eyes. We can kidney here in a second. On the kidney, we can deadly. Roll the bones. Ambush. Killing spree. And then we're just gonna, that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, we're fishing for procs. We got Between the Eyes back. Ambush. Dispatch, pistol shot, dispatch, and you're just doing this over and over again. Again, not a very hard, you're just kind of fishing for your procs. Between the Eyes is back up. I usually dispatch before I use my pistol procs, because, it's free combo points that you're going to be getting, so you might as well use it. On your kidney shot, this is where I usually use Killing Spree, so right now. So you're getting pressure on top of the kidney. Between the Eyes again. Ambush, dispatch, use your pistol shots, dispatch, ambush, dispatch, roll the bones, use our burst, flurry, And this is really all there is to it. Again, it's kind of just use your combo points as they come, because you know you're gonna be getting more, so there's no point in not using it. Blade Fury, Roll the Bones, Kidney Shot, Deadly, Pistol, Killing Spree. All of that, we're gonna get some pistols rolling. So a pistol between the eyes, and this is really it. You're just using your procs as they come, and you're just keeping up them. Roll the Bones, Blade Fury, ambush or dispatch. Ambush and dispatch are kind of confusing, but you'll get used to it. Ambush is up between the eyes again to just keep the damage rolling. And as you can see, now I'm not starting to get any procs. This is where you're just kind of sinister striking, and as you can see, we're kind of out of energy. But that's pretty much 100% uptime. And as you can see, the damage, Blade Fury, that's 3 target dummies all stacked together. So you can only imagine, take one target dummy out and, you know, obviously cut half of that damage. Blade Fury, if there's 2 people stacked, is going to be your top damage. So again, it's not a must needed thing for Blade Fury unless there's 2 or more targets. I will usually keep it up the entire game just because, why not? It's just another ability to use. But otherwise, Blade Fury is going to be prime when there's 2 or more people. And when I said ambushing, so ambushing, the greatest thing about it is when you get procs, you don't even have to be in stealth to use it. But that's pretty much all you're doing, is you're hitting those procs, you're kindling off, you know, every time it's up. Or pretty much off the arm, and you have 2 vanishes, so if you want to, you can vanish and cheap shot everybody, or just keep that burst going. But Thistlety, you kind of always want one just to have it for when, you know, you're out of energy. But you usually won't run out of energy. That's just how it goes as Outlaw, because you're not gonna. A lot of the time, you're gonna be you're gonna be getting stunned, so you're not just gonna be sitting there whacking on somebody. You'll eventually stop. But again, you're just popping adrenaline, roll the bones, getting up to this guy, deadly, flurry. At this point, you can dispatch, and you're just fishing for procs. As you can see, we're kind of just killing spree. Usually want to do it on stuns, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. And you again, roll the bones. We can use our Thistlety. Using the combo points between the eyes is up. Using our combo points. And this is it. Use your combo points as they come before you use your pistol shots. Deadly's up again. We have a kidney shot here. And as you can see, we have another between the eyes, pistol shot, dispatch, ambush, sinister strike, ambush, or dispatch, pistol, blade fury, and this is it. You can use a vanish to cheap shot, and really that's just what it comes down to, is simple, just damage. Just keep damage rolling always, and you'll do great. As you can see, we have killing spree and kidney coming back up, so we can pop our burst here. We can kidney shot, get our combo points up, deadly, killing spree, ambush, dispatch, pistol, between the eyes, roll the bones, blade fury, dispatch, ambush, sinister strike, dispatch, sinister strike, dispatch, pistol, between the eyes, and this is really just all it comes down to doing here. You can use the killing spree on on stuns, or just on your burst, you know, while you're just doing damage to everything. But, you know, we'll wait for the kidney here. So the kidney's coming up. We have roll the bone, so we'll wait till that comes up here. Kidney shot, killing spree. Off this, we're going to between the eyes. So we'll get combo points full. We pop burst the moment it's up. And we're just keeping the damage rolling. And this is really just it. Using your combo points to come between the eyes back up just for the extra dam, keeping that up. Blade Fury, have that up 24/7 if you got 2 or more people. It's really good to have up. It's, again, you're kind of going to have it immortally up. So, unless it comes down like this, as you can see, it's now as coming down. Then we'll have to renew it. So again, you won't even notice it when you lose it because it's up for so long. But you want to try to keep that up if you're hitting 2 or more people. So, kidney shot. Use Thistlety since it's coming up again. We can use our killing spree here. We have our deadly. We have our burst coming up as well. So again, ambush. We're fishing for those procs. We can between the eyes early here. Use our burst the moment it's up. Start popping off. Using our procs as they come. Dispatch. Roll the bones again. Ambush. Dispatch. Sinister strike. Sinister strike. Blade fury again. I actually have to Usually, again, you won't need to use it that often, but I just kind of had that, ADHD to click it, I guess. But that's really it. Keep your damage rolling, and you're pretty much chilling. So kidney shot, dispatch, killing spree, blade fury again because it's just dropped, keeping the damage rolling between the eyes. And this you're just fishing for procs. Again, use your combo points as they're coming in, because if you do this, if you're pistoling when you have full combo points, what ends up happening is now I just wasted I could have had 2 dispatches there instead of just doing nothing. And it's worth the 1 global. So even though it might be worth it just to keep clicking the ones that light up, it all adds up. So, just getting rid of the combo points as they come in is just gonna help you a lot. But this is really it. You're just doing damage, keeping the consistency up, and keeping your burst up. Obviously, kidney off CD, but that's really all there is to it for the rotation. Killing spree on our kidney, and we're rolling the bones off CD. You don't really have to click slice and dice because it's automatically going to do it, so you don't have to really worry about it that much. So that's really all there is to it. Again, I don't have force set or anything, so that's it. It'll be a lot better when you have force set and you have that. But use your pistol shots when they come up. Just use your the ones that light up, or you're going to be your top priority. Off that, you're just going to use dispatch. I usually like to get rid of my combo points immediately, and since you have so much haste, well, technically you won't have that much haste, but you're just gonna have a lot of pressure. Again, I'm full mastery, which I think is what they run, and it feels like you just never run out of energy. So, it is a great thing, and that's really all there is to it. Now, I think you do run a good amount of crit, so you run a good amount of everything, but I think it's mastery, crit, and a lot of verse. So I'll have the build and the armories down below so you guys can actually copy the right gear and see what you want to see. I'm full mastery again. You're going to be multiple, you're going to be crit, you're going to be mastery, you're going to be a lot of verse. Because you're really just comes down to a dampener. That's why it doesn't matter if you do a rotation wrong, because it's just you're a dampener spec. You're meant to just survive a long time and just keep CCing people. You know, you have 2 vanishes, so use those in a good way to benefit you, whether you're cheap shot in the off healer, so using a vanish to blind, vanish. And there's a lot of things that you can do. Usually, I use the kidney shot on the healer, and then you can vanish stun the DPS or something like that. But usually I like to kidney, blind, and then vanish sap. Because usually you don't really need a stun on the main target because you're just a dampener. You're just going to be hitting whatever you can hit. So it's really just comes down to CCing the healer, kidney shotting the healer, and when the healer's DR'd, use your kidney shot on the main DPS. That's all it comes down to. Um, if you guys have any suggestions or any other playstyles for this, let me know down below. I haven't really played Outlaw much, and I doubt I will play much this season because I think this, I'm kind of taking a break. But that's really all there is to it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more like these, maybe I can do a sub-rogue video, even though they're kind of nerfing it to the ground with taking Shadowy Duel out of the game, which is unfortunate, but not surprising. Let me know in the comments down below. But it's Ben X. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.